there is a huge difference, and this is truly one of the challenges for many companies and businessmen coming from a European environment, for instance, to Asia. Traditionally, because the culture is so different, the way of doing business in Asia has grown out of very different circumstances with very different dynamics. Again, understanding that each country has a different cultural environment. Whenever you go into a country, one of the first things that I would advise people do is to familiarize yourself with the customs and traditions. They are very extreme in terms of, you look at the way you might do business and negotiate contractual documentation in somewhere like India versus China, and if you go to Hong Kong or even Singapore or Indonesia, all very important markets or very large markets where perhaps there's been more of an English Anglo historical influence, you can feel very much like you're back in Europe. So culture has a lot to do with it. Language can also make a very large difference. Many companies and businessmen find it very easy to do business because in somewhere like India, because the language is English that is used. So they don't feel there's much of a cultural difference. And the ability to be able to communicate in a timely manner without translation can make a very large difference to how quickly you can seal a deal. Somewhere like China, where you may find that you have linguistic differences that require translating, that can also lead to the loss of confidences, or it can take longer to gain confidence and trust, can impact on the success of the business that you're trying to develop. It's not just that, though. In a country like China, you need a great deal of tolerance in China. You need patience. You need to understand sometimes the possibility that the people that you're negotiating with are not the decision makers in the room. You may well find that the decision maker is spoken to in and out of the negotiating room and is giving instructions and directions. If you're aware of that, you can work with it. You can exploit the circumstances that you find yourself in, but you need to understand what is actually happening there.